Like your beats?
Huh?
It's a callback. Because we're right back where we... Forget it.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at moments where the Only Murders trio were the definition of friendship goals.
Selena, how much time do we have left?
I don't know. With a good diet and exercise, maybe 10, 12 years.
Number 10. Selena Drops by SNL. Martin Short and Steve Martin have both hosted SNL individually on multiple occasions, although the latter is closer to the record. The two shared duties for the first time in 2022.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone.
I'm Steve Martin.
And we're so
And what a
excited.
thrill it is for us to be hosting Saturday Night Live.
There's only one thing that could have made this pairing even better. Thankfully, she wasn't far away. As the comedians traded jabs and eulogies, Gomez made a surprise appearance, brokering peace with a hug. She resurfaced in a Father of the Bride reunion/parody, playing herself.
What's up? I'm the wedding singer.
Oh my God, Selena Gomez, you're even more beautiful in real life.
I know.
Gomez was only several months old when Father of the Bride Part 1 hit theaters. By Part 8, though, she can give Short and Martin a run for their money.
Frank, how much is she gonna cost me?
1.8 million easy.
Oh, come on, George. Sing it to everybody. Let's sing. Every party is a pooper. That's why we like you a party pooper.
Airing not long before Christmas, having the trio together for the holidays was an unexpected gift. Number 9. Their Tonight Show interview. As much as Short and Martin enjoy trolling each other, the two also love to gang up on Jimmy Fallon whenever they go on The Tonight Show. Gomez appeared alongside her co-stars in 2024, knocking them down a peg with a few old guy wisecracks.
You know, there's this constant radiant glow that I get from Steve and Marty, and then one day I realized it was just their iPhone lights still on in their pocket.
Despite this, Martin didn't hesitate to acknowledge Gomez's first acting Emmy nomination and the early awards buzz she's been generating for Emilia Perez. While the whole trio got Emmy nominations for Only Murders, all three were prepared to lose, except maybe Short.
The Emmy goes to someone else.
Mama, let you down.
At least Short won the Name That Song challenge. Granted, that's mainly because Fallon was on his team, but Short's familiarity with Three Amigos secured the win.
You know who you don't need? Us.
Number 8. Selena's Choice, Steve or Martin? It's a difficult question for any comedy fan. Steve Martin or Martin Short? While some might be able to decide, don't bother asking Selena Gomez. She can never choose between them.
I knew that I was already walking into something so rich and so fun and working with two icons, geniuses.
Nevertheless, the question has come up multiple times. During a 2021 interview with the outlet Heart, Gomez gave an honest answer. While she has fun shooting scenes with Martin and Short individually, nothing tops working with them simultaneously.
It's just the best combination, and I laugh harder. That's my honest answer.
3 years later, while filling in for Jimmy Kimmel on his talk show, Short couldn't resist bringing up the topic of favoritism again. Gomez simply complimented her co-stars, while also taking a shot at their ages.
I don't believe there are favorite olds. I love both of you for exactly who you are and where you are and what you've taught me. It's just brilliant.
The next time Gomez gets this inquiry, maybe she should just say Steve Martin Short. Number 7. Their Vogue interview. After filming 4 seasons together, the trio has gotten to know each other pretty well. There's always something new to learn, however. Cutting out the interviewer, Vogue let Martin, Gomez, and Short ask the questions in this off-the-cuff segment.
You'll just come out and do 5 minutes.
Right.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
That takes like 2 months. And experience and trying it out and writing and throwing stuff out. Hey, just do the 5 minutes, it'll be fine.
The three chatted about their first impressions of each other, the first concerts they attended, and their favorite roles, excluding Only Murders, of course. They inevitably landed on the topic of Only Murders, discussing Mabel's iconic looks and Oliver's narcissism.
I love his attempts at being hip when he calls Steve bruh or dude. Nothing is funnier than a 74-year-old trying to be hip.
While they might not be exactly like their characters, the on-screen dynamic between Charles, Oliver, and Mabel is reflected in real life. Their natural rapport is on display here with witticisms that range from flattering to savage, but all come from a heartfelt place.
Selena has no idea what you're talking about. The movie is before her time.
Nor does America.
Yeah.
Number 6. Selena explains WAP.
Now, there's a lot of texting in the show. Do you guys have your own text chain between the three of you?
Nope, it's strictly email with these guys.
Gomez is easily the most tech-savvy of the trio, something she never hesitates to remind them of on TikTok and Instagram. At the same time, Gomez has kept her co-stars up to date on modern lingo like the OGs.
I am such an OG.
No, you don't hit the G like that.
Oh,
it's not G-E-E.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, G. It's not that.
We're the OGs.
Perhaps Gomez's greatest contribution was introducing Martin to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's song WAP. Short relayed the story in an interview with Elle. After learning the meaning, Martin reportedly told Short, quote, "I just heard new lyrics to Top Hat and Tails.
I knew songs existed that were very frank and, I don't know what you call it.
I would say that song is frank.
Frank.
Gomez also had to teach Short that it's pronounced WAP, not W-A-P. We can't tell you what WAP stands for without getting demonetized, but for such an explicit song, it brought these three together in a surprisingly wholesome way.
They were very confused at first, but then they were on board with the female empowerment part.
Number 5. The Only Murders trio is formed. Crossing paths in an elevator, Charles Hayden Savage, Oliver Putnam, and Mabel Mora seem to have little in common other than the building they live in. Two things ultimately unite them, however: limited restaurant seating and a true crime podcast.
What does Bo have in his mouth? I don't know.
Some might argue that society has developed an unhealthy obsession with true crime content, bringing out humanity at its most morbid. While we see where they're coming from, true crime can also be an unlikely bonding experience. Such is the case for these three new pals.
It is not Ray. Too obvious.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Listen, I'm just relieved that something of Becky Butler showed up somewhere. I almost forgot who went missing.
As heinous as the crime might have been, seeing this trio light up over their mutual interest is nothing short of charming. This encounter marks the beginning of a beautiful friendship, with all three actors sharing instantaneous chemistry.
I could get us to the freight elevator just to take a peek.
Just to see what's happening.
Okay, but we should take it to 8.
Why?
They'll have cops posted on 9.
Ooh, you're good.
Number 4. A touching tribute. Although the three kid around, they aren't afraid to be sentimental.
The first day of shooting this year, Selena said, "I'm gonna miss this." And we both thought, do you know something we don't?
Are you going somewhere?
I'm gonna miss you guys when you're replaced with Billy Crystal.
As Only Murders Season 4 commenced filming, Gomez received white roses with a message reading, "We're so happy to be back with you. Love, Steve and Marty." Gomez returned the favor, sharing an on-set photo.
At least we can watch over each other now.
Gomez thanked Martin and Short for, quote, truly being the most kind, gentle, warm, and powerful influences in her life. She went on to thank them for showing her, quote, a level of class, intellect, and humor that doesn't seem to be easy to find anymore. Calling them best friends, Gomez concluded the post with an inside joke, #TheBear. Maybe this is a reference to their biggest Emmy competitor, but whatever the meaning, this post felt like a bear hug.
No matter what the odds are this time, nothing's gonna stand in my way. Long lost friend gives every dark street a light at the end.
Number 3. Roasting each other at the Primetime Emmys. Speaking of the Emmys, the trio presented an award in 2022 when Only Murders picked up its first batch of nominations.
You know what I love about working with these guys? No paparazzi, ever.
In addition to working in a dig at Donald Trump, they cracked jokes about the old guys only having about a decade left, Short being more of a TV star, and Martin apparently resembling Angela Lansbury. More shots were fired at the 2024 Emmys, although honestly, the most brutal burn might have been reserved for J.D. Vance.
And let me say, what an honor it is to work with two guys who are this far away from being childless cat ladies.
For all the insult humor, Martin and Short were visibly proud of Gomez's first acting nomination that year, almost as visible as the smile Gomez tried to hide behind the envelope. You can't go wrong with these presenters, but when are they going to host?
But the Emmys are not about who wins or who loses.
Oh, you're young.
Honestly, do you see what I have to go through every day?
Number 2, their first day of shooting. Martin initially conceived the Only Murders trio as 3 old men.
The idea, I just kept it in my mind. I didn't even really tell anybody. And then when we were finally, I did pitch it to, Dan Fogelman and some great people. And then we had the idea. I said, well, they said, do you want to be in it? And I said, oh, I don't, I'll do it if Marty does it.
His longtime buddy, Short, was on board, but it was suggested that the trio include a young woman as well. Gomez's name came up, and soon enough, all 3 were on a Zoom call. Yet Gomez wouldn't meet Martin and Short in person until the first day of shooting. While the veteran comedians thought Gomez was, quote, fantastic, there was an underlying fear that she might turn out to be a, quote, diva.
And then I saw you sitting in that makeup chair and you looked up at me and I went, we're home.
Yeah.
It's all going to be perfect.
It's always been so good.
The two were quickly won over upon officially meeting Gomez, who also felt instantly welcomed into the club. By day 3, Gomez was having lunch with Short and Martin. Much like their characters, they've been a close-knit cast ever since.
Do you guys mind if I sit with you just so I don't feel lonely? And they were like, sure. And ever since then, my chair has been always in the middle of both of theirs.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, the third Amiga.
Who's Janet? Who's Chrissy?
Oh, I'm Chrissy. I mean, that's been my nickname for years, so why not just take it on?
I think of us as the new three amigos.
While they weren't complete strangers, Martin and Short didn't form an enduring friendship until they starred in 1986's Three Amigos. Chevy Chase rounded out that classic comedy trio. In recent years, though, Short and Martin have come to recognize Gomez as the third amigo. Or would she be the third amiga? The fourth amigo, maybe? In any case, it's a title that Gomez has fully embraced, proud to call her co-stars friends.
Now I'm the third amigo.
You are.
Yeah.
There it is.
And certainly the most attractive of me.
Thanks.
When you have a duo as beloved as Short and Martin, Gomez could have come across as a third wheel. Yet the two made her feel as if she was always part of their inner circle, despite being a few decades apart. You're never too old or young to make new amigos.
All I know is that we run out of champagne.
I will get some from my apartment.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yep.
After Only Murders, what do you hope Gomez, Martin, and Short do next? Let us know in the comments.
Will you go see Steve and Marty at the Hollywood Bowl?
I don't know if I have to because I watch their show every day on set.
I see.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.